Hello and welcome to the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show. I am your host and author of the book, Stretching a Dollar to Save and Make Thousands, an Entrepreneur's Guide to Doing More with Less, Lisa Sims. And I am excited to be with you on this Monday. Now, this is a repeat of this morning's show that streamed. I found out there was no audio. There was video, but no audio. So as we know with technology, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And so I am redoing the show to give you this great information that I tried to give this morning. And so before we get started, I always like to start with some housekeeping and let you know that you can listen to the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show on any podcast directory such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, and for you Oculus Quest headset owners, you can now look at the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show within your headset. I did it myself with my Oculus Quest headset, and I was just blown away. So you have multiple ways to listen and watch the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show, and the show also streams live on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel, and you can access that through Stretching a Dollar. And so another exciting announcement that I have is that the Be My Guest link is now available on our website. So as I always like to say, if you would like to be a guest on the show, I'd love to have you, as long as you can discuss your particular topic for about 20 to 30 minutes, and it pertains to the theme of this show, which is Stretching a Dollar. Fill out that form. I'll review the information. If it looks like you're a good fit, I'll be in contact, and away we will go. And so the website is stretchingyourcash.com, and click on the Be My Guest link. And also, don't forget to head on over to Amazon and pick up your copy of Effective Digital Learning for those who want to take their expertise to the next level and put it online. My book will help you to be able to do that. I share my many years of teaching and experimenting in the online space with you so that you don't have to start from scratch. You can actually get some good tips and tricks to start you off on the right road. And if you're also interested in creating an e-commerce store, I have a book for you for that too. And that is Building an Online Store with WooCommerce and WordPress. And I share my experience and thoughts on creating an online store so that you don't have to start from scratch. It's just like I'm right there with you in book form. And so those are available at Amazon.com as well as other online book retailers. So with that out of the way, we are going to dive into today's topic, which is top 5 ways that you can promote yourself and your small business. Now, before we actually jump into those particular 5 ways, I always like to give a little background about it. And, promotion is the heart and soul of any business, whether you're a solopreneur, infopreneur, if you have, say, 1, 3, how many employees you have in your particular business. If no one knows you exist, then you're not going to be in business for very long. And so promotion has to always be top of mind. And as a small business owner, we don't have the resources, the financial resources that the some of our big competitors have. And so we have to be creative in our strategies in order to get the word out about our business. And so that's what today's particular topic is about, helping you and equipping you to be able to get the word out about who you are, what you do, and why people need to start taking an interest in you. I know when I first started out with the IT mechanic, I knew absolutely nothing about marketing. And so that was many years ago, and a lot of the techniques that I used then are kind of obsolete, but some of them still are applicable to today. And so I'm going to give you some updated ways that you can promote yourself. And as the theme of this show is stretching a dollar for entrepreneurs, and these tips are not going to really cost you anything but an investment of time, a little bit of creativity, and thinking outside of the box. Because when you think about promotion, that's really what it is. It's thinking outside of the box and doing something that really grabs someone's attention. And so for today, I've got 5 ways that I'm going to share with you. And many of these you've probably already done. Some of them you may not have. And so, for the ones that you've done, congratulations on doing those. For the ones that you have not done, then you have some work to do. And so you can also share the ones that you've done with other people and encourage them to do those as well. So either way, it's a win-win for us all. And so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into number 1. And number 1 is very obvious, and we all are utilizing it, and some of us may be utilizing it more than others, but the first way is social media. As we know, social media is the best way to get the word out about your business. Number 1, it's free. Number 2, your target audience is on one or several of these platforms. You just have to figure out which ones they are on and target those. But for the most part, it takes an investment of time. And now if you decide to do ads, then that's another show. But for right now, I'm just talking about in general social media. You can hop on social media, you can create a post, you can do whatever it is you need to do freely. If you want to go live, you can go live, but you need to have a purpose for what you're doing. And that whole thing is to increase awareness of who you are and to drive people to your sales, through your sales funnel. If you have one, if you don't have a sales funnel, then you have some homework. You need to create your sales funnel as to how you're going to get people in it and through it. And so social media can be one of those phases of the sales funnel that you can use to help people get familiar with you. And one of the things that we know about people is that it takes quite some time for people to actually see something before they decide to do any action. Last time I read, I think it was 7 times people have to actually see something before they even say, I might need to do something, or I might need to click on this link, or I might need to investigate further. So don't get discouraged because you've gone live on social media, nobody did anything, you just whet their appetite. You got to keep going. And so persistence is the key. You can't quit. You got to keep going, and you'll build up that following. A lot of entrepreneurs, we quit too soon because we don't see results right away. And unfortunately, you're not going to see results right away. Now, there are certain topics that you will be able to generate a lot of interest, but you know your business, and you have to really know who your target audience is and what they like and what they need, and how your particular product or service can help them to meet that need. And so if you can do that creatively on social media, then go for it. And so also you got to be consistent with it. Don't just do it once and then say, okay, it didn't work. So consistency is the key, and don't forget your call to action. I know many times I forget my call to action. So as I'm reminding you to do that, I am making a mental note for myself to do that as well. And so The second way that you can promote yourself is through your website. And as we have seen, social media apps, they go down. We don't own them. We don't control them. We can put information on there. Sometimes you can get banned by what you put. In any case, you don't own it or control it, but your website, you do. And so you need to have a way to actually promote your website, and you can promote yourself on it. And so that's another part of your sales funnel. How do you direct people to your website? And then once they get to your website, then what do you want them to do? And so all of that helps with your promotion. So when you're doing your call to actions, don't forget to give out your website. If you don't have a website, homework number 2, get a website designed, and you can design it yourself or you can hire somebody. There's so many different tools out here nowadays that you can create your own website in no time, and it looks very professional. You just have to choose wisely. And so, but the key to this whole thing is your website is a good tool for you to be able to promote yourself, your products, and your services, and you got to keep it up to date. Now, don't just put it there and forget it. You got to update it. And then also, as you're doing, say, webinars, or you're doing anything that's live, also put it on your website so you can direct people there to say, hey, you can go and watch me over here. And so you just have to be creative about how you use your website, and also make sure your website is mobile friendly. We know that many people now are utilizing their mobile devices such as phones and iPads to view websites, and nothing makes people more angry than having to kind of do this number where you got to expand the screen to see what you're reading. So keep that in mind. Make sure it is responsive and mobile friendly. As you can see, based on my background, these are the things that I look for and some of my pet peeves. So I'm just passing along some knowledge to you about what you should have on your website. And also, don't forget to include your social media platforms where people can also connect with you as well. So that's a 1-2 combo for your social media website. And the next one is T-shirts. Now, you need to be branded. And you may be saying, well, you're not branded. I'm going to put my camera down. Oh, yes, I am. I am branded. Unfortunately, you can't see it on the screen, but I am branded. And so when I go out, I have on my shirt. And so you should do the same. When you go out, you need to have some representation of your company, whether it's a jacket or a shirt or something that people can actually see the name, see the website, something that people can remember. And so it doesn't cost a whole lot to do a t-shirt. The t-shirt that I have on now, designed it myself for $20. And so, hey, you can't beat $20. Most of us spend $20 in a day. So spending $20 on a t-shirt is a good investment. And so don't forget the back of the shirt as well, because most of the time we focus on the front of the shirt, but focus on the back. Put your website address on there, social media channels on the back of the thing. Hey, turn yourself into a walk-in billboard. We are going out, and so, hey, why not make the best of it? You know, the days of the paper business cards are gone. So, hey, turn yourself into a walking billboard, draw some attention, and hey, you just never know. You're stuck in line at a store, hey, and somebody's looking at your back. Well, hey, give them something to read while they're looking at your back. You know, give them something to remember, so they say, oh, I was in line, I was behind this lady, and she had on this shirt, stretching $1. And so, hey, you might as well I look at every opportunity. I think outside the box, and I'm encouraging you to think outside of the box when it comes to promotion, because who is going to promote you better than you? Nobody. So you have to be your own mean, lean marketing machine and go for it. I leave nothing off the table. So, you got to do what you got to do if you want your business to stay in business. And so if you don't have any shirts, or you don't have, once upon a time I had pens for the IT mechanic, but whatever it is that makes your business stand out and that you can have with you, I encourage you to do so. There's different online places where you can get promotional items and things of that nature, but just think outside of the box and whatnot, and you'll come up with some very creative ways to be able to promote yourself and your business. So we did social media, we did website, we did t-shirts, and so now we're going to talk about video. Video is the hot thing right about now, because people will watch a video quicker than they will read text. And you need to be able to do that. And we are equipped because most of our mobile devices already have great cameras. They're getting better and better, and the storage is getting better. And so why not utilize your phone to create some videos? Now, I'm going to have a real transparent moment with you. Now, it took me a while to want to do video because I'm more of a behind the scenes type of person. I really don't like to be on camera unless I have to. And so I kind of worked through that. I guess I have my 6-year-old son to thank for that, because he will hit the button for the camera to record himself. And as I'm going through my phone, I just see tons and tons of videos of his little self recording stuff on my phone. And I'm like, if a 6-year-old can record himself and have no problem with it, I mean, he's just natural with it. I was like, then I know I need to work through my little issue with being on camera. And also his YouTube channel, I'm give him a plug, Williams Animals Around the World. I help him produce his show. He loves animals, so we created a YouTube channel for him. So check it out if you got kids and they're into animals. We produce the show. We talk about different animals and whatnot. So, but my point is, video is the way to go. And so if you can, and also not only with the video, but make sure the length is not too long, because people have short attention spans. So if you can make your point in 30 seconds to a minute, or even 1 to 2 minutes, anything longer than that, you're probably going to lose people, because I don't like long videos myself. If you can just hit me with what you need to hit me with within 30 seconds to a minute, I got it and I'm gone. Anything over that, I may not stick around. And so just keep that in mind. Do little short educational videos, promo videos, whatever it is that will help people see that, hey, you know what you're talking about, and let them know that, hey, they might want to check out your particular product or service because you can help them solve their problem. As I said, I know we all have issues with video. I am working through mine. As you can see, hey, I am on camera now, and this is part of my, I guess, therapy to help me to overcome it and whatnot. But if you don't have that problem, kudos to you. But to those of us who do have issues with being on video, work through it, figure out what the problem is that you have with being on video, and just go for it. I mean, look, life is short. Just go ahead. We all know that, hey, we might not be everybody's cup of tea. That's why we have different flavors. Some people like oolong, some people like green tea, some people like peppermint, whatever. Don't worry about it. Keep it moving. Let's go. And so hit the button and record. And so that's my little pep talk for you. And so, but realize that, hey, video is the key. And it also, another thing that it does is that video is shareable. You can share it on your social media platforms. You can also upload it to YouTube. You can have it embedded on your website. There's so many different uses for it. And then you can also cut up a video into different snippets depending on the length that you want it to be. So video is the way to go. And so particularly now in the day and time in which we live. So get on it. If you have trouble with video, you haven't been really doing video, homework number 3, make some video. Well, homework number 4 if you don't have t-shirts. All right. Let me see. Social media, websites, t-shirts, video. All right. And the last thing I want to discuss is help a reporter out. Now, otherwise known as HARO, HARO. Now, this is a great website because reporters use this particular website. You go there, you sign up, and every day, 3 times a day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, once you sign up via email, you'll receive different topics that reporters need to find experts on. And guess who they're looking for? People like you and me. And you can be featured in many publications or websites or podcasts or whatever, you name it. I've been in Redbook. I've been on so many different sites about different things just because I utilize help a reporter out. And so whatever your expertise is, then, hey, look at help a reporter out. And when you see a query that they're looking for somebody who has expertise in this particular area, then, hey, you go ahead and you send an email and you describe your expertise in such a way that the reporter says, well, hey, I got to call this person. Don't be shy about it. I mean, if you know it, you know it now. And you got to make yourself sound like you the best thing since sliced bread. And so if you can do that, I mean, don't be afraid to pump yourself up. Don't, if you know it, you know it. Don't say you know it and you don't know it. But if you know it, let them know you know it. And it can go a long way. And you also can include your website and social media. So that's another way for you to increase your following, not only to your social media platforms, but also to your website and gain some notoriety as being an expert in your particular area and boost sales. Who wouldn't want that? I want it. So if you have not done help a reporter out, I encourage you to do so. I review the list every morning. Well, I start in the morning, I hit in the afternoon, and then I hit it again in the evening. So I encourage you to do that as well because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity to promote yourself as well as your products and services. And so there's also another aspect to this is that I'm remembering at certain times of the year they have where different organizations are looking for people that can provide items for like different events for gift bags and things of that nature. So if you have products, if you're, say for example, I'm just going to say beauty because that's what's sticking out in my mind. If you have a beauty business and you have products that you have enough products to be able to help a organization to fill their swag bags. And when I say enough, I mean sometimes the quantity. It's not like 10 or 20. No, we're talking about thousands. So if you can fulfill that, then hey, just think about all the visibility that you would get. And these are some high profile events that I'm talking about too now. So don't think it's a little rinky dink. No, this can really set you up on the map. And so if you haven't subscribed to Haro, then you got homework to do there as well. So I hope these items have been helpful for you. They've been helpful for me, just as a reminder of the things that you need to do if you are just starting out in business. One of the first and hardest things to do once you filing, forming the business is the easy part. Actually working on it and getting people to know you exist, that's a whole nother beast. And so oftentimes you don't know where to start. Well, I've given you 5 ways that you can actually start to promote yourself and your business. And the main thing with these things are you must be consistent and patient. We must let the process work. And I know we've all seen it on social media, and we get these requests from people, oh, I can help you boost your number of followers to 10,000 in so many days or so many hours. Yeah. I'm just going to leave my thoughts out of that. But, sometimes, you just slow and steady wins the race. That's all I'll say about that. And so, with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap up today's show. So I hope this information is helpful. Don't forget to share it with a friend or friends about ways to promote their business if you have other entrepreneurs that you know. And don't forget to tell others about the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show. And don't forget to visit our website, stretchingyourcash.com. If you want to be a guest, click on that Be My Guest link so that you can be a guest. And also don't forget to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. And you can also follow us on Instagram as well. And so since this is the week of Thanksgiving, I think I'm going to close with a note of thanks. I thank you for tuning in and wanting to hear what I have to say. And also, I want to just encourage you to just be thankful. Not just this week because Thanksgiving is approaching, but every day be thankful for what you have, because there are many people who don't have nearly as much as we have, and they would love to have it. So let's not take what we have for granted, because it can be gone within the blink of an eye. So every day, to me, is a day of Thanksgiving, and we should be thankful and grateful for everything, the little things. Sometimes we are grateful and thankful for the big things, but we leave out the small things. But don't leave out the small things. The small things add up to the big things. And so always be thankful for what you have. And so with that, I hope you have a blessed and happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. I'm going to try not to eat too much, and I'm going to try to get some much needed rest that I've been craving for quite some time. We'll see how that goes. But that is my plan, and I plan to be here next Monday at 7 a.m. for another exciting episode of the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show. So until then, be blessed.